away because they were ashamed that I'm a kid, came from a Holocaust, a refugee, knows more than they do. I didn't know nothing, but I didn't like what was written there in Yiddish because I understood every word. So if any one of us communicate, sometimes you change somebody's mind, but it's very difficult because there are many people who go in a direction. They're brought up people, and they were only, some people vote a certain way that they think if they change the vote to a better way, that their arm is going to fall off. They couldn't sign it to switch from one party to another. So I have my own relatives. They say we can discuss politics together because we don't have the same ideas. It's very difficult, but I agree with you, it's a tough job.
Brianna Noble from Michigan. What were you most surprised about when you came to America?
What about America surprised you the most?
America? Well, you know, the first surprise was that I thought there was people didn't have what to eat there. They were lined up in Yankee Stadium. That was my surprise. but I was not, you know, I was introduced by my relatives, and then one of the sons used to work for Revlon, and he took me for a trip around, you know, to introduce me to, so they wanted me to see the real America their way. And Washington here, that is not today my favorite place politically, but it is the most, the best. I love Washington, the way it was built and the way it's put together, because it was all done. I used to go to Philadelphia a lot, because I know the history of there, with Franklin and with all that stuff. But I started reading and reading about America, and that surprised me how it was created. And that's why I feel so strongly about it, that you young people have a chance to keep it that way. Not me and not us, you. Try and keep it up. Be involved. Don't have other people to do it for you. You do it yourself, piece by piece by piece. And guess what? You could change America to be like it was. Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
Hi, thank you so much for coming to speak. My name is Alex Montgomery. I'm from North Carolina. I was wondering, what do you think was the key to your business model? The key point to running your business that helped it to become really successful?
What was the key for your business becoming a success?
The key for my business being a success? Me. You see, when you work at something, whether it's political or it's producing something, you cannot always just continue to do the same thing. You got to think of how to do things better. So I divided different systems, how to measure people, and I was not a tailor, and the custom tailors, who were the best tailors, they do things you do 6, 7 times, and you have to charge a suit 55,000 and 5 times try on. I figured if I learn how to measure a little bit with a better head, with a better quality, and a better way to do it. When I started traveling to all the stores to measure people, I had to deliver a suit. There were no tailors to fix it. It had to be almost 99% finished, the bottom and down. And I developed those systems. And that's what we have. A lot of the world uses some of the systems that was developed by the head here that is sitting here, but has nothing to do that I want credits for that. But in any business, you cannot just take it for granted that it's going to be there forever. All the people, whether it's in the banks, whether it's in STEM, whether it's there, whether it's in medicine, whether it's something, it's always has to change for the better, then we're successful. Otherwise, I would never be successful. Because today, if you talk about, I see some of you wear the short jackets, I make the best ones. You know why? Because I make quality, and they're tight and they're little. You cannot move in them. But if you buy my one, you're always going to buy mine, because it looks what you want, but then you could wear it and it fits. You could dance, you could read, you could roll, whatever you want, because it's made that way. And that is a success in my business. And we always go with fashion, 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 because the men's clothing business is not like the women's that every season they change. It takes about 4 or 5 years. But with my suits, I have suits from 25 years ago. When I put one on, if it fits me yet, they think it's a new suit. Look, we did Boardwalk Empire, if you watch. Those suits my grandfather wore. But I knew that they didn't have too many suits, 1 or 2 suits, but they made them with English backs, with this and that's all they wore. And when they asked Gnocchi, what is your favorite part in the movie? The clothing. And he told me, I said, why should you say the clothing? When you dress me up, you know, I never have a suit. When you dress me up, I'm dressed right. So if I say the wrong thing, he'll ask me the question again. The suit says everything. That's what I do. Make sure that I continue to make them better.